The Ohio Bobcats only have to rely on themselves to paint the East Division green and white. I'm Russ Eisenstein, the voice of the Ohio Bobcats, and welcome to our Week 10 Game Week Preview presented by the Athens County Convention and Visitors Bureau on Thursday night at Peden Stadium. It's the 6-3 and 4-1 Bobcats and the 2-6 and 1-3 University at Buffalo Bulls. Controlling your own destiny sounds like a grand concept, not relying on anybody else to achieve the goals that you set out to get. And Ohio's in that position right now, based on the work that they've done throughout the first portion of the MAC schedule. Now with 3 weeks remaining, if they win out, they will win the drive to Detroit, even if they lose one ball game. As long as it isn't against Akron in the regular season finale, they'll motor off to Motown. They have Buffalo to thank for some of this, too, based on the work that Ohio has done and based on what Buffalo did against Akron last week. Ohio's alone atop the MAC East standings. Buffalo got Akron 41-20 in the Nickel City last Thursday night, the same night that Ohio topped Toledo at the Glass Bowl. So Ohio can thank Buffalo prior to the ball game. Then the Bobcats want to beat the Bulls on a blackout night at Peden. Ohio certainly knows where it's going. Buffalo trying to figure it out. The State University of New York at Buffalo has had many logos and mottos over the years. They have a sleek-looking new bull that bears a bit of a resemblance to the Chicago Bulls classic logo, and they're now rebranding themselves as New York's public powerhouse. They hope to gain some traction and forward momentum. UB did win the MAC championship in 2008, and the seasons since, it's won 34 games. 8 of those were in 2013, when the Bulls went 8-5 and made their second bowl appearance, 49-24 loss to San Diego State in Boise. Lance Leipold's second year has been a tough one to figure out. They're 2-6 and 1-3. The losses are to FCS Albany, at Nevada, at Boston College, Penn State, Ball State, and at Northern Illinois. Army is having its best season in years. The Black Knights are 5-3, and the Bulls beat them 23-20 in overtime. Last week, Akron led 3-0, and never again, as they were bullied in Buffalo 41-20. The Bulls are third in the country in passing defense. Just Michigan and Florida are better, but they are fourth to last against the run. Akron had just 306 yards of total offense last week, 178th for the year. UB is 8th in the MAC in total defense, second to last in total offense. Running back Jordan Johnson is 43rd in the country in rushing yards. He broke a school record that stood since 1991 with 282 yards last week. He also has 2 touchdowns. He has 4 total, and he's 4th in the MAC in rushing behind Kareem Hunt from Toledo, who was ineffective against Ohio last week. Quarterback Tyree Johnson is tough to bring down. He's 6'6", 240 pounds, and just a redshirt freshman. He's thrown for just under 1,400 yards, has 8 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. Mason Schreck and Marcus McGill are his top targets. Both have over 300 yards. Schreck has 3 TDs. The Bull D has 12 sacks and 5 interceptions. Sophomore linebacker Khalil Hodge is second in the country behind Nate Holley from Penn State in total tackles. He has 93. He played 1 year of JUCO ball. His senior year of high school in Stockton, California, he had 262 tackles. How's that even possible? Meeting 24 in the all-time series, and as far as number of games, it is the shortest MAC series that Ohio plays. Ohio has 13 of the wins against Buffalo, but didn't win last year in the Nickel City on a windy, rainy afternoon to forget. 41-17 was that final. Ohio was really outplayed. Rob Cornelius and I are just like you guys. Even though we're broadcasters, we're fans too. We sat down to grab a bite to eat before we jumped on the plane to leave Buffalo last year, and we wondered, where was the season going? We had a late-night bite after a loss to Bowling Green last year and wondered the same thing. It is amazing to see where Ohio is now compared to where Ohio was last year at this time, because it didn't look good then. Ohio closed 2015 strongly. 2016, the Cats control their own destiny, so it'll be good to see Buffalo again. A little payback against the Bulls on this drive to Detroit. We look forward to broadcasting it for you. Rob C., Ryan Boyd, and I will start our coverage at 5 with the kickoff at 6. Wear black to Peden Stadium on a blackout night. It's also on the CBS Sports Network. All right, that'll do it for our Game Week Preview presented by the Athens County Convention and Visitors Bureau. Plan your next trip to Athens, maybe on Thursday at AthensOhio.com. For Derek Mashiro, I'm Russ Eisenstein. We'll see you at Peden Stadium. This is Bobcat TV.